And the stare from Tyson, and Bone Crusher saying, what's this all about? And that's...
Stare from Tyson, and Bone Crusher.
Well, that was... So he's just trying to roughhouse him as much as he can, but fell across his legs there, Tyson. He was more... So there we go then. He's had a couple of one-round wins now, Bone Crusher Smith, but can he do it against the man who specialises in knocking people over in one round? Stone difference between them, 16-9, 15-9. Just missed with that right hand there. Almost felt the wind of that at the commentary position, right against the ring apron. Now this is where we know that Mike Tyson chin's short to be tested. There's no reason to suspect he's not the Iron Man. And he really comes out firing early, doesn't he, Tyson? He doesn't want to stand and look at anybody. The way he can duck and dive there, it's a smart move that. He's actually got more boxing ability than given credit for, I think. Well, the old Bone Crusher's not coming out throwing the punches as he did with Tim Witherspoon. I think that was desperation. Maybe he's in much better condition now and feels he can bide his time, but... Oh, what a punch-up right away. They're not holding back anything, I promise you that, in tactic. Because even in the fights that went 10 rounds and only 2 of those from 28, he won clearly, Tyson. Countdown for the end of the first. And the stare from Tyson, and Bone Crusher saying, what's this all about? And that's really unnecessary, that. A nice guy in this fight, round 2. And now it's really going to get bad-tempered, I suspect. Well, very much untidy. Just wiped a little bit of blood away from his eye there, I think, Bone Crusher. And I'm not surprised the way they've been bumping and boring close in like that. Well, I think that's why Tyson's getting mad at him a little bit. He is holding on a bit at close quarters, in fact quite a bit. And he takes a bit of shoving off. Well, he found the target for that one. He's been missing a bit with him, Tyson, but the left hook came through. But he really is grabbing through. I don't think it's going to go to points anyway. In fact, I'm sure it isn't. Well, there's not too much Marquis of Queensberry rules about this. I think they part the rules at the gates here in Las Vegas. And he has cut around the left. Now he's trying to use the ring. I'm surprised he didn't do that earlier as we get the countdown for the second. And some booing coming from the crowd. Well, as I said, if he's hoping to let Tyson punch himself up, that's a mistake. And he wants to go on fighting. This is really... Now, let's have a look at some replay there now. It's all Tyson crowded in, and it's Bone Crusher hanging on for round 3. And he's going to have trouble with that cut over the left eye because they haven't quite staunched it in the corner there between rounds. Oh, now that right hand got through now. Tyson's really getting mad at Bone Crusher for hanging on, and you don't get disqualified in an American ring unless it really is persistent fouling. They're shouting out, don't wait in Tyson's corner, let punches go. Again, he's wiping the blood away from his eye there, Smith. Well, I tell you, the expression on his face now, Smith, is sort of nobody knows the troubles I've seen, and he's grimacing the whole time. Notice that? Well, I can understand the reason for trying to nullify Tyson at close quarters, but not as blatantly as that. There it is again, you see. And the referee really having to work harder than the fighters at times. Oh, no, he's trying to unleash some punches there, Smith. Desperation starting to set in the third. Tyson, I think, would prefer Bone Crusher to open up with him and start trading punches, but he won't do it. Well, they're not going to. Bone Crusher just hasn't done enough. Coming up for the fourth then. And there's been quite a lot of betting on how many rounds this would go, so I think quite a few people here have, as they say, done their money. It looks so dangerous when he throws that lead of 30, and I'm just wondering whether this could have happened to Bone Crusher, because he's just not throwing the effective punches that we've seen him, certainly in the Witherspoon fight, and Mike Weaver he knocked out in one round. But they're all saying in the Tyson camp that this fellow, Mike, intimidates his opponents, and I think he's done it here. I see, so we're going to get a bit of that now. It's a little bit of touch of the all-in wrestling has hit us now. Yes, warned him there for misuse of the elbow, Tyson. So that's where they get the expression, giving him the elbow. There's one thing for Smith trying to make Tyson look ordinary, but he's not doing anything to win the fight by walking away like that. We haven't come to see road work. And the referee has got to do something about that. Well, if Smith's got any ideas that Tyson won't stay the course or fall apart, that's a mistake, because he's simply not working him hard enough to do that. There was a time in his amateur career when Tyson got mad at an opponent who refused to fight him and walked out the ring and got disqualified for it. And they're still at it on. I had never seen... Oh, that's possibly the best punch. It's taken him 7 rounds to get through, and he's trying to laugh at it now, Smith. Any man in it's a tough game, this, when you can be hit on the chin and laugh, I tell you. He tried to almost creep inside in there, didn't he? Duck under defence and then throw the shot. Well, that was, almost hit him on the floor there, and he fell across his feet there. There was no knockdown, and referee Mills Lane quite right there. That only adds to the tension and the needle that it hasn't just crept in, it's been there from the start. Now he's standing and trading Smith. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's have a look at some replay now, that one. Got inside, and you see that slip, you see, fell over, and just as well he missed him with that punch. So he's just trying to roughhouse him as much as he can, but fell across his legs there, Tyson. He was more embarrassed than hurt. And at the end of the 7th there, Bone Crusher Smith really unloaded some dangerous-looking punches. Now, is this really what he's been trying to do from the start or not? Have I read the fight wrongly in that sense, that I thought he was kind of just ineffectual, but maybe he was hoping to wear Tyson down. He's got it to do, though. He simply hasn't done enough early on. He's way behind. They're calling out numbers in Tyson's corner there, plan numbers, whatever that is, for the practice punches that they want him to unload. Rather like a quarterback calling for the team in football here. Oh, that was more like it, but it still didn't rock Smith. And Mike Tyson undeniably well ahead, particularly as twice the referee's taken points away from Smith for holding. For what it matters, the 3 knockdown rule is in effect, which if one boxer goes down 3 times in a round, it's automatically over, as it was with Bone Crusher against Tim Witherspoon. It's a combination of Boxing Council and Boxing Association rules on this one. Tyson's not the sort of fighter that is ever satisfied of winning on points, even if it's clearly. He had to do that twice in 28 fights. In fact, he stopped Jose Ribalta in the last round. Well, great expectations with that one, but really it was only half a punch. It looked better than it was. Great expectations, of course, because Tyson has set his own standards by knocking people out so spectacularly that when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed. But with him, what can I tell you? It's any second he can do it. It's just a show round scheduled for 12, this unification of the heavyweight championship of the world. With Mike Tyson well ahead. But Bone Crusher just showing up some of the limitations with the young terror. Tyson can draw Smith into a fight, into just standing there and trading level with him, and he's got more chance of landing his famous knockout punch. He's 6 pounds heavier, Smith, than when he fought Frank Bruno back in '84, which ended in the 10th round. He's still running with a full head of steam there, Tyson. I'm sure of that anyway. Just can't get through the long arms and the sheer physical size of this man. You get the feeling that Bone Crusher say, well, I may not be the best heavyweight champion that you've seen around, but I'm going to spoil it for those who think they are. Round, and this familiar sort of, well, I don't suppose it's a nervous twitch, but a habit that Tyson has of twitching his head, and he said to the seconds, I feel great, so he's not worried about coming to the 11th round for the first time in his career. At this pace he could fight all night, including between rounds. Well, they've yelled in Crusher's corner there to use the left hook to the body, forget the right hand, Emil Griffiths has been telling him. But I'm not sure that's a good tactic at all. I wouldn't have thought punches to the body would worry Tyson. He's built like a freight train, and he comes straight ahead on rails at you. Well, he tried it there, but it wasn't to the body, but it was just below the chin. So it was Tyson who must have heard what they were saying in Crusher's corner. He used the left hook to the body instead there. Well, that's really a little bit of time wasting all the way there with Bone Crusher. He just hasn't got the fitness or the youth anymore, to be honest. That's probably... He didn't start professional boxing until he was 28. This heavyweight championship, and Tyson rather reluctantly, it seemed to me, wanted to touch gloves, the old formality. As I said before, it's a bit like the dentist being a nice fella on the way in before he's about to perform. So, can either one of them really pull off that big finish? It's been known, of course, many times in the fight game. Both saturated with water, and it's quite nippy here now in this time of night in the desert of Las Vegas. Really is immensely fit, Tyson, that's for sure, because he's still got a lot of spring in his legs. But he hasn't been on the receiving end that much, so I'm not surprised that he's still full of running in the last round. Referee doesn't score, by the way. 1 Mexican judge and 2 from Nevada. It's all the head shaking and the smiling from Smith, as if to say, well, they said you were a phenomenal puncher, but you haven't nailed me. there's jeering coming in the last round. I think they wanted to see them really have a go, and particularly Smith. Chance for Tyson now from the crowd. And it's hard to fight a man who doesn't want to fight for the full 3 minutes of every round. So there's the countdown clock, and a little bit of play acting now from Smith. As if he's going to say, well, I'm satisfied to have stayed the course with you. And that was a hard right hand from Smith, and he recognised it, and I think Tyson did. And this will keep going after the bell. And he saved almost to the last 10 seconds his best punch of the fight, I thought, Bone Crusher Smith. And now at least the old gladiators have brought a smile now.